Hi, my name is Abby with Spiritual Fixation. It is December 4th. This will be for twin flame relationships, the divine masculine and the divine feminine. I have to be honest with you. I decided, I'm not going to take that, but I decided to just kind of throw this reading up. I have a glass of wine here. Everything I say will be, I'm going to take my time with what I say, and I'm just going to take my time with this reading. So if you're in a hurry, this will not be the reading for you. But yeah, if you want to sit down and enjoy this with me, oh my goodness, all these cards. I'm not going to take them because I'm like talking, but yeah, so just sit down and have a glass of wine with me or a cup of coffee, whatever suits your needs. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to pull some cards here. Twin Flame Collective. Oh, interesting. Okay. So the feminine, the divine feminine is having to let her walls down, going from being a very defensive, and not in a way that comes across negative, but defensive with her energy, defensive with her heart, who she shares her heart with, and she's having to let that down right now. And I'm hearing you're having the feminine is having to think with heart over head. Okay, that's kind of what I'm hearing with this. Could be dealing with a Pisces, or you could be a Pisces or an air sign, or it could be just in your chart. Okay, yeah. So once the feminine lets her walls down, her barrier down, she has the Nine of Cups here, which is like a union. So it's like you guys are coming to union once those walls come down. But on the same token, as above, so below, you have the Nine of Swords, ironically, and the Nine of Cups. And if you look right here, you have the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Cups. Okay, so you're dealing with, the feminine is having a hard time putting her logic and her like reasoning and aligning that with her emotions. Okay, something like that going on. Definitely water, a lot of water and air. There's fire here with the Seven of Wands. I'm getting the feeling that things on the outside I want to say have calmed down. I was going to say they're calm, but I'm hearing they've calmed down, is what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. Your things on your outside, out in your life have came to, like, some of you have came to a standstill. But there's a lot of abundance within this relationship. There's a lot to come from it. If you haven't felt the benefits of your relationship, it's there. It's just a matter of time. Look at that. Waiting. Some of you are waiting on a soulmate. Some of you are tired of waiting. Well, a twin flame, I guess, in this scenario. Some of you are tired of waiting on a soulmate, and I say that because the Three of Wands is in reverse. So normally you'd be waiting, or you could have waited and you're fed up with waiting. Or you're coming to that point where you're done waiting, or you recently came to the point where you're done waiting on a twin flame. So Scorpio energy. There's, you have a lot to give. The masculine has a lot to give. Or they need to be giving, is what I'm hearing. They need to be giving more in this relationship. Intuition has a lot of drive in this relationship, and this relationship requires a lot of attention in order for it to work. You guys can't focus on other things when you guys are with each other. You focus on each other, but even if you're apart, if you want to work on the relationship, you have to. It's like everything else kind of just, you can't think about everything else and work on this relationship. It has to be like, it takes all of your focus, and it takes a lot of energy as well. But there is, okay, I'm seeing also there's a good equal balance. Maybe it has came to a point where it's starting to balance itself out, like your relationship is starting to balance itself out. Maybe you were giving more, they were giving more at one point, and now it's starting to come together and be balanced. There's Libra. A lot of you are with a Libra, because I'm hearing a lot about balance here, with especially the Two of Pentacles, having to balance that. It's an even number. 6 of Pentacles, 6 is an even number, and then he's holding a scale, right? So definitely Libra, and then Scorpio's Queen of Cups. Two of Wands. Okay. Okay. You guys, what are the odds of, there's a Tower here, we'll get to that. 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, Queen of Cups, King of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, and 6 of Cups. Okay. Should just look at that for just a second. Right. If that is not a twin flame relationship, I don't know what is. Okay. Right. So let's compare. So this will be in relation to the, okay, this is like the feminine. This is the masculine. King, Queen, right? It's only makes sense. Alright, 2 of Wands. I'm not gonna read in reverse. I don't feel like I should. Okay. So the divine feminine has been giving to this relationship, has been trying to balance this. Really, the feminine has been working on balancing this twin flame union or this twin flame relationship. The King of Cups has been, they're waiting on something. They're having to make a choice on something. They had to make a choice for themselves. And they're stuck in the past with something. which makes sense as to why the Queen of Cups has been having to give more to this relationship, because the King of Cups is stuck in the past. They're needing to make a choice. This Tower, you're gonna feel like the feminine will feel, I feel like I'm speaking to feminines, but the feminine will feel this Tower moment along with the King of Cups, because you're their twin flame, right? But this Tower is about and because of the King of Cups, the divine masculine. It's because of them. I need wine on that. It's because of them being stuck in the past, not making decisions. You are I keep saying you. There's probably a lot of feminines watching me, which is why it's coming out that way. I'm sorry if you're a masculine. No disrespect there, but the divine feminine is sick and tired of trying to constantly balance this relationship. Look, he's holding a scale, giving, right? And on another token, the divine feminine is having to do the work of the masculine, which is why both of these cards are masculine. Having to do the work of the masculine. I have no idea what I'm going to name this reading. Okay, anyways. And the divine masculine, it's like the divine masculine isn't present. So the divine masculine could literally not be with their twin flame yet. There might not be a union yet. Or they are so stuck in the past on something that they're not able to be present even if they're there physically. This Tower moment's going to happen. We're going to find out why. I'm going to take this out. Judgment, which is karma. Karma in reverse, which means karma is not being dealt with, in my opinion. That's what that is. I'm not taking that. I'm probably going to delete this reading. I'm a Virgo. I don't like doing things. I don't like doing readings if I'm not, I was just like, well, I'm drinking wine. I'll just do some readings and it'll be fine. That was kind of my thoughts on that. So please don't mind me. It's probably so annoying if you're sober. I understand. Okay. Why is the Tower here, please? Why is the Tower here? Okay, no. Don't want to come out. Why is the Tower here? Yes. Okay. Right. Making choices. Marriage. Strength. Making choices. Learning lessons. Having the strength regarding something. Why is strength here? Why is strength here? Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. 7, 7. Something that, and like I said, the Tower is about the divine masculine. So something that they were strongly invested in, whether it was a relationship, and then they met you, and that kind of turn things upside down, and you guys are twin flames, and it got messy. Or if they were strongly invested in a career and then they started to become spiritual, because when you're a twin flame, you inevitably, whether you like it or not, synchronicities happen and your eyes open when you meet your twin flame. So deeply invested in like a career. I'm seeing career. And then they figure out that they don't want that career anymore because it's not serving their higher good. When you're spiritual, you have to work on something that serves you. even financially. If it doesn't serve you, and even if you're making a ton of money from it, if it's not serving you, if it's not feeding your soul, it comes to a point where you are like, I can't do this anymore because it's not morally right. It's not aligning with me. So there's something that's not aligning anymore with the divine masculine, and they're having to make a choice. And it's like and I think to the feminine, it may not seem like a very, it could be, but it may not seem like a very difficult decision. Like the feminine can see it, has a good comprehension and perspective, and the divine masculine doesn't, regarding what they need to make a choice on. That's where strength comes in. That's where the Queen of Swords comes in. I think she was up earlier, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, so I'm hearing the word discernment. If I'm being honest, I don't know what that means. I just heard it in my head, discernment. So you know, whatever. But using good judgment. And the queen, the feminine, brings the strength and brings the discernment to the situation. I don't know what discernment means, but brings the discernment, I guess, if that makes sense. I don't even know. Okay. And oh man, you guys, okay. Oh, look, there's judgment. I just realized it was on the bottom. So yeah, it's definitely karmic. It could be a karmic partner, could be a karmic job, if that makes sense. It's something that they've just held on to for a long time. Like I said, deeply invested. And if you look at the Seven of Cups, he is looking down. I don't know if you guys can see it, but his face is looking down. He's looking at all this money. So it's something that could regard money, which is why I said more than likely it's a career. It could be a relationship, a lot of money's involved, right? More than likely it's a career. But something, either way, deeply invested, having to make a choice. And it's hard for them. For you, for the feminine, it's not difficult because, like I said, good comprehension. This Tower is going to happen. They are going to have to make a decision. And we will pull one more card for this. Just call this Drunk Tarot. Goodness gracious. Okay. I'm not even drunk, I'm just tipsy, but whatever. Two of Swords. Man, they are like fighting this decision. Why? What is so difficult? Right? Like the feminines, like what is so freaking difficult? Make up your mind. Make a choice, right? I'm feeling that. Make a decision already. It's probably been 7 months or something like that. I don't know. There's the 7 here. Excuse me. Oh, okay. But even the Spirit wants me to say, with this Two of Swords coming up regarding this, it's just further proving the point of the stubbornness of the divine masculine. The stubbornness of the divine masculine is coming up in the reading to make the feminine be like, okay, it's just something they're being incredibly stubborn on. They may not be ready to learn this lesson. Like I said, it's going to take a lot of strength. They may need more of your help, more of your advice. I'm hearing you need to give them more advice. I'm hearing that you need to step in more than you already have. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. But the Chariot, the Magician, and the Knight of Swords. I think we're done with this. But the Chariot. Oh, my computer shut off. Okay. I see their decision making being messy. The situation might be messy, okay? Might be hard for them to pull out of. And, right, there's a lot on the line. And there's a lot of options, though, as well, with how they could go about this. But they're moving slow. They're moving slow and taking their time because they want to make the right choice. Oh God, this only happens when I drink, but I'm seeing a vision of somebody being in, like, dealing with glass. What is that? Dealing with glass. I'm saying, like, China ware, like China and glass, like very, like, fragile dishware. So weird. It's just something fragile. Okay. So, and okay, well, I'm not seeing, like, they, not literally, not in a literal sense, metaphorically speaking, whatever choice that they make, that's how it feels. That's the pressure that they feel. They feel like they're surrounded by glass. And if they make one wrong move or they slip up, everything just breaks. It's kind of like a domino effect, right? That's what I'm seeing. And they're being very, very careful. It's kind of like when you play that game, oh God. It was that game with you were like a doctor and you had to, like, pull each piece out of the game, and if you hit, like, the walls, it would buzz really loud. What game was that? This reading's a mess. Whatever game that was, that's how it feels to them. It feels like fucking pressure from hell. It's like there's a lot of anxiety with this decision. What is this decision? I don't get it. God. Dear Lord. It's too much. It almost feels like it's, like, not drama, but it's like they're being dramatic as fuck. Like, the divine masculine is being so fucking dramatic. Excuse me, my fucking voice is, like, cracking. Spirit's like, please stop talking. Please stop talking. I've been fine my voice has been fine all day. I don't get it. Okay. I'm gonna put this reading up on YouTube just for fucking shits and giggles, okay? I'll probably delete it tomorrow. If enough of you like it, I'll just keep it up, but how to be, a Virgo. Okay, little TED Talk. I'm a Virgo, and I hate being, like, criticized harshly. No, Virgos love to criticize people, but in a way that we feel is constructive criticism. But God, we don't even like constructive criticism. We don't like any of that shit. I don't think anyone does, but if you're another sign other than Virgo and you don't really have Virgo in your chart, it is like, if you don't like constructive criticism, and I'm not saying you don't appreciate it, but you don't, like, care for it, a Virgo is, like, 10 times worse than that. Okay. So just leave your comments to yourself if you have any about this. Where was I? Okay. Twin flames. The dark side of YouTube. I'm gonna end up on the dark side of YouTube with this reading. People are gonna be like, what is this mess? This mess of a tarot reading. Twin flames. Just had to make yourself hear again. The Magician. And the Fool in reverse, right? And there's the Queen of Swords again. With the Ten of Swords, and the Eight of Wands, and the Star, and the Nine of Swords again. And the Sun in reverse. Okay. Damn. Let's just make this nice real quick. So on one end of the spectrum, you have the Sun in reverse, and you have the Queen of Swords. Do not let your thoughts get in the way of your happiness. Because there's a lot here with the way that your brain is ticking right now. It is getting in the way of your happiness. You are letting your thoughts get to you, and I'm seeing you want to escape your thinking. It's like you just want to take a break from that. Then right now in Mercury retrograde, there's the communication is not good. Man, Spirit's like screaming at me. Spirit's like, Abby, your communication right now is not good. But no, your communication is not good right now when it comes to communication. If you're frustrated with your divine masculine, or the divine masculine is frustrated that the divine feminine is not being kind with their words, you guys need to like take a break, because it's just wait to have real talks until the Mercury retrograde's over, come together, because there's not enough balance right now. The energy is off. Okay. You guys do go from the Ten of Swords to the Nine of Swords, which is good. We go from it's like things get a little bit better, and you think you're moving on from something, and then something negative happens, and you go right back to that place. And then it lessens a little bit. I feel like that's a cycle. But the divine feminine is really keeping their cool. It's kind of like things on the inside, though, are like she is in pain. For sure. There's good days. There's more good days than bad, but on the bad days are bad. The bad days are really bad. Really, 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 really bad. I feel you. Just drink to that. Okay. And but yeah, so just this is not a good time for spell work either. I've never had that message come up. I think every time is a good time for spell work, but Spirit wants me to say this is not a good time for spell work. I don't know why. So, okay, right, I get it. I just heard it. The type of spell work that you plan on doing may not be for your best interest. There. If you plan on doing spell work. If it's not for the good of all people, do not do it. Okay? That was for a specific somebody. Keep that in mind, please. Okay, Ace of Cups in reverse. Why is the Ace of Cups in reverse? Oh, Virgo. I was just talking about you. Go within yourself. Do not display your emotions yet. If you are thinking about, like, if you're having feelings and you're just blurting them out, please stop. Just think about what you're saying when it comes to emotional responses. Don't say something out of don't say something out of just being emotional. Okay, think about it. Think about what you're saying. How many times is this gonna... Clearly, it just wants to come out. Okay. I'll just keep it there. The Hermit, Ace of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. This is awesome. This is amazing. The only thing I don't like about this is the Ace of Cups being in reverse. But it's still amazing. You have more to give than you're able to give right now. I don't know what the fuck that means. But for you, it might mean something. Maybe you're not able to give all of yourself yet. But when you do, it'll be the 10 of Pentacles. And it'll be perfect. It will be perfect. It'll be like I'm hearing dream wedding. So random. Dream wedding is what I'm hearing. Dream house. There's this beautiful house. Designer clothes. Okay. Obviously everything in this picture is beautiful, but I did hear dream wedding. So, right. Okay. And we are going to clarify this because it's came out 3 times now. This is going to be in relation to your karmic, your karma, okay? Karma, why you're going through karma right now. So, lack of a new beginning. Hang on. Let me... That wasn't a full statement. Oh. It's the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. In the World card, in reverse. This is your karma. So, this is basically what I mean by that is like, these are the lessons that need to be learned. So you can get rid of this karma. So optimism and letting your thoughts flow, and I mean, not, this isn't gonna completely, all of these messages will not apply. It'll be like certain things, but not letting your thoughts flow, and being reluctant to change. Okay. Until you work on those areas, you will keep having karmic cycles. Temperance in reverse. Like I was saying, balance is huge for you because it keeps coming up in your reading. A lack of balance. This being in reverse is not healthy. So this relationship might not be, you know, no relationship is perfect, but this may not be very healthy. Okay. I don't think it's like to the point where you, like, it's not abusive, but certain areas of it are just not healthy. You guys may be, I'm kind of seeing like you guys know each other's buttons, like which buttons to push, and you guys will do that sometimes to each other. 4 of Pentacles. So yeah, holding on to things from the past. Whether, and this could be interchangeable energy. So if it's you or your masculine, once again, I'm speaking to the feminine. Well, okay, but anyways, you know what I mean. Like, it's interchangeable. But even if it's interchangeable, even if this this has nothing to do with you, you're still having to carry it, because when you're a twin flame, you're essentially one being, right? Like, so yeah, you both have to fix it together. And some of you may not be together, and that's why you can't fix it, or you can't work on it, because you're not really, you know, you're not in union yet, or you're not together physically. Something like that is coming up. And 10 of Pentacles. Right, okay. If you are stuck on one vision for this relationship, like, if you, like, how do I word this? Like, in the future, if you see the future being one way for you and your partner, or there's a lack of vision, right? But for the most part, I'm seeing it kind of being like the feminine thinks it's going to go one way, and this is the picture she has in her head. You need to let that go, because letting go of expectations, and that's really what I'm talking about, letting go of expectations is going to help you get rid of karma. Letting go of how the outcome should be. Yeah, a lot of you are not in union yet. This is in reverse. So all of this has to be worked on before you guys can come together. And I feel like I need to say, even if you're in a relationship, okay, you could still be in union, right? But this is stuff that still needs to be worked on, so you guys can stop having karmic cycles within the relationship. And outside the relationship, there's karma that keeps coming up. So you guys need to work on this. I don't think there's enough, there is not enough work being done on the relationship. This is in reverse, obviously. But there's not enough work being done. Well, I think I'm just gonna, I don't think I need to say anything else, to be honest with you. I don't really see it. I'm not getting any more messages. Like, I don't feel like I need to say anything else. Okay, thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe if you enjoyed this. I'm sorry if you didn't. You can email me. I have a website, an Instagram. Check that out below, and I will talk to you guys next week. Bye.